Do you feel like you're always busy but never productive? Does your cell phone distract you more than it helps you? If the answer is yes, maybe the problem isn't you, but the excess of digital stimuli around you. In today's video, you'll learn step by step how to get started with digital minimalism and regain control of your attention, your time, and your life. Part 1. What is digital minimalism? Digital minimalism is a philosophy of life that proposes a more conscious and intentional use of technology. Instead of being dominated by screens, notifications, and apps, digital minimalism invites us to pause and reflect. What do we really need in the digital world? The idea is not to live without cell phones, social media, or the internet, but rather to eliminate the excess and keep only what serves our values and goals. It's like doing a digital cleanup, separating what is essential from what is noise. Over the past few years, with the explosion of social media, remote work, and constant content consumption, many people have come to feel that they are connected all the time, but disconnected from themselves. Digital minimalism emerges as an antidote to this feeling of mental exhaustion and loss of focus. It helps us reduce screen time, avoid unnecessary distractions, and regain control over our attention, one of the most precious resources in modern life. When we use technology as a tool rather than a crutch, we are able to live with more clarity, presence, and purpose. Adopting digital minimalism is a courageous step, as it requires confronting our own digital habits and addictions. But the results are worth it. More time for what matters, more focus on what you want to build, and a less fast-paced, more authentic life. After all, digital should work for us, not against us. Part 2. Signs that you need digital minimalism. You may not notice it right away, but some everyday behaviors are clear signs that too much technology is affecting your life, and that you need to adopt digital minimalism. One of the first signs is the constant need to check your phone, even when you haven't received any notifications. That feeling of just taking a quick look ends up consuming hours of your time, draining your attention without you even realizing it. Another common sign is anxiety when you're away from social media, as if you're missing something important. This emotional dependence indicates that your use of technology has exceeded healthy limits. Difficulty concentrating is also on this list. You start a task, but soon feel the urge to pick up your phone, switch tabs, watch short videos, or reply to messages. This fragments your productivity and prevents you from entering a state of deep focus. In addition, many people report poor sleep because they stay on their phones late at night, scrolling through their feed with no real purpose. This artificial light and excess stimulation before bedtime directly affect rest. Another worrying symptom is the feeling of always being busy but not producing anything meaningful. When you realize that you are mentally exhausted but not making progress on personal or professional projects, it may be that excessive digital stimuli are sabotaging your performance. If you identify with two or more of these signs, it is a strong indication that digital minimalism can transform your routine, restoring focus, clarity, and well-being. Part 3. The 6 steps to get started with digital minimalism. First step, conduct a digital audit. The first step in adopting digital minimalism is to conduct a thorough audit of your digital world. This means taking a close look at all the apps you use, the websites you visit frequently, the devices that are part of your routine, and most importantly, how all of this impacts your time, focus, and mental energy. Grab a pen and paper or use a spreadsheet and list all the apps installed on your phone, tablet, and computer. Then, next to each one, write down the average time you spend using it each day. Many smartphones already provide this information automatically. The key question here is, does this app or platform add value to my life or just distract me? Do the same with social media. Note how much time you spend on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or other platforms. Are you consuming content that inspires you or makes you anxious and exhausted? During this audit, also notice how notifications influence your behavior. Are you interrupted several times a day? Do you feel the need to respond to everything immediately? This survey will open your eyes to how much your digital life may be controlling you without you even realizing it. This initial step does not require drastic changes, just awareness. And the truth is, when we become aware of how we are using our time and attention, we naturally feel the urge to change. A digital audit is the first mirror you hold up to yourself to see the digital reality you have built and to start shaping a new one. Step 2. Eliminate the superfluous. After conducting your digital audit and seeing clearly how technology is taking up space in your life, it's time to take the next step. Eliminate the superfluous. Think of it as a real digital cleanup. Anything that doesn't add value, that consumes your time without bringing you real benefits, needs to be discarded or at least reduced. Start with apps. How many of them do you actually use? Many remain installed for months or even years without any use, just taking up space and creating visual distractions. Delete them without mercy. Next, move on to social media. Do you really need to be on all of them? If a platform is draining your energy, causing anxiety, or fueling negative comparisons, it may be time to step away, even if only temporarily. In addition, mute or disable all non-essential notifications. Every ring, vibration, or visual alert fragments your attention and pulls you into the cycle of distraction. A cell phone that's constantly beeping is a constant invitation to lose focus. Eliminating the superfluous also includes cleaning out your email inbox, canceling newsletters you never read, leaving unnecessary WhatsApp groups, and even limiting the number of tabs open in your browser. Fewer digital stimuli mean more mental space, more peace of mind, and more free time. This step may seem radical at first, but the feeling of lightness that comes afterwards is liberating. You begin to realize that you don't need that much to live well, just the essentials, working with purpose. Step 3. Set clear rules for use. Now that you've eliminated the superfluous, the next step is to create clear rules for using technology. Because if you don't set limits, the digital world will exceed them without asking permission. The idea here is not to live with extreme rigidity, but with intention. Start by setting specific times to use social media or check messages. For example, you can stipulate that you will only check Instagram for 30 minutes at the end of the day, or that you will only respond to WhatsApp messages during 2 periods, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. This prevents you from being held hostage by notifications all the time. Another powerful rule is to remove your cell phone from your morning routine. Avoid picking it up for the first 30 or 60 minutes of the day. Use this time for something more constructive, such as reading, meditating, exercising, or having a quiet cup of coffee. The beginning of the day sets your mental rhythm. It's also worth instituting a digital curfew in the evening, setting a time limit for screen use, especially before bed. For example, turning everything off by 9 p.m. Rules such as no cell phones during meals or no social media while with family are also transformative. Over time, these rules become habits, and your mind learns to no longer depend on constant stimuli. Remember, unlimited technology becomes an addiction. Purposeful technology becomes a tool. By setting these rules, you go from being a passive user to the driver of your own digital experience. And that's a big step forward. Step 4. Create technology-free spaces. After setting rules for use, the fourth step in digital minimalism is to create physical and mental spaces free of technology. This means setting aside times and places where cell phones, computers, and any other digital devices are not welcome. It may seem simple, but this habit is extremely powerful for regaining your presence, focus, and connection to what really matters. Start with your bedroom. Turn it into a screen-free sanctuary. Leave your cell phone out of the room when you sleep and invest in an analog alarm clock if necessary. This improves your sleep quality and reduces the temptation to scroll through your feed late at night. Another important space is the dining table. Be 100% present during meals without digital distractions. This strengthens family bonds and even improves your digestion as you eat more mindfully. You can also designate specific times of the day as technology-free zones, such as 30 minutes before bed or the first few hours of the morning. These periods are essential for rebalancing your mind. For those who work from home, having an organized work environment without digital distractions, such as open social media, makes all the difference in productivity. Creating technology-free spaces is a way to remind yourself that real life happens outside the screen. It is in this space that creative ideas, moments of reflection, and deep connections with people and yourself arise. Disconnecting in this context is a way of reconnecting. Step 5. Have moments that are 100% offline. The fifth step to incorporating digital minimalism into your life is to have moments that are 100% offline. In such a connected world, it's easy to fall into the trap of always being available, always with your phone within reach. However, the key to regaining your balance and focus is to disconnect from time to time. Start with small doses of digital detox and set times and moments when technology will be completely off. For example, set aside an hour of your day for completely offline activities, such as walking, reading a book, practicing meditation, or simply doing nothing. This allows you to recharge your batteries and be more present in the moment. If possible, also implement a technology-free day of the week or weekend each month, where you can enjoy the company of family members, practice hobbies, or get out into nature without any digital interruptions. The idea is to create these spaces to disconnect on a regular basis. If you find it difficult to stay away from your phone for long periods of time, start with short periods and gradually increase them. The practice of being offline is essential to regaining control over your time and attention. In addition, these 100% offline moments help improve sleep, reduce anxiety, and increase creativity, as the brain has time to rest and recover from the bombardment of digital information. By adopting these periods of disconnection, you will realize how much richer and more meaningful your life becomes, and how being present in the moment is more powerful than any notification. Step 6. Reevaluate and adjust regularly. The last step to effectively integrating digital minimalism into your life is to reevaluate and adjust regularly. Technology and our digital habits are constantly evolving, so what works well today may not be enough tomorrow. Therefore, it is essential to periodically review your relationship with technology and adjust the rules and limits as necessary. Each month, take some time to reflect. How is your digital usage? Do you feel more productive? Are you able to disconnect more easily? What new apps or platforms have emerged that may be distracting you? During this review, consider whether you are still following your usage rules, whether your tech-free spaces are being maintained, and whether your offline moments continue to be meaningful. If something isn't working, adjust it. You may need to reduce your screen time even further or adopt a new strategy to stay focused. In addition, technology will never stop evolving, and new distractions will always appear, so it's essential to be prepared to make dynamic adjustments. Constant review is key to ensuring that you are in control of technology, not the other way around. This process of self-assessment will allow you to continue cultivating a healthy balance between the digital and the real, keeping your attention and energy focused on what really matters. Remember, digital minimalism is not a definitive solution, but a constant practice of self-awareness and adaptation. Part 4. Benefits of digital minimalism. Adopting digital minimalism brings a number of powerful benefits that directly impact your quality of life. One of the biggest gains is increased productivity. By eliminating constant distractions and focusing only on the essentials, you can concentrate your attention on what really matters, whether at work, in your studies, or on personal projects. The time that was previously wasted aimlessly browsing social media or responding to unnecessary notifications is now invested in a more meaningful way. This also leads to a reduction in anxiety and stress, as you are no longer overwhelmed by an endless stream of information. With fewer notifications and more control over your digital time, you feel less pressured and more at peace. In addition, digital minimalism helps improve sleep quality. Reducing screen use before bedtime avoids exposure to blue light, which interferes with the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone, allowing you to have a deeper and more invigorating night's rest. Another benefit is increased creativity. When the mind is not constantly being interrupted by digital stimuli, it has more space to think creatively and produce innovative ideas. The practice of being offline also strengthens interpersonal relationships. By dedicating more time to the real world and less to screens, you start to connect better with the people around you, creating deeper and more genuine bonds. In short, digital minimalism offers a more balanced lifestyle, where technology serves to improve your life, not steal it. It provides more control, focus, mental health, and above all, more time to live authentically and consciously. Digital minimalism is not about giving up technology, but about using technology consciously. Start slow, but start. Every little adjustment can have a huge impact on your quality of life. If this video made sense to you, leave a comment below telling me which city you're watching from, and I'll mark it with a heart. Take care and see you in the next video.